As you can see, I made a bit of a mess coming up here the first time, but that might be mine. It doesn't matter anymore. I messed all this up. Alright, now I'm 5'11", 6 foot. And now I'm going to try to stand up straight. I got a car coming. They're going to look at me and be like, what the fuck? But yeah, this ought to be funny. Wave. Just smile and wave, boys. Whew. Raven likes to chase cars, so I had to make sure she doesn't go after the damn car. So I'm 5'11", 6 foot, and standing up straight, holding the phone way over my head. That's about 9.5 foot tall, which still puts it outside of the range of what I was wondering that it was. So in redneck terms, I could stand up perfectly straight, reach out my hand and touch its face. I kid you not, from where I have it marked, that thing was standing at least 20 feet away from me. I was thinking maybe 25, 35, but yeah, that's about 20 feet, and I had no idea that thing was there. And I keep coming back to the spot. Like, I legitimately want to know. I mean, I've always wanted to know, but to be this close, I really want to fucking know. Because the reality of the situation is, if it is real, which I'm 80% convinced that it is, like, what else is real? And again, you hear stories of all of these strange creatures that people are seeing in the national parks, like Land Between the Lakes, Yosemite, and all of those. My curiosity has been invigorated. I now want to know. And maybe, God willing, I'll find out. Alright, I ain't gonna walk back there, but I'll show you. There is a tree that leans out more than the rest of them. And that is where I got my trail cam. Now, I set it up there yesterday, probably around noonish, 1 o'clock. I didn't catch anything last night. Then the night before that, I moved it from down there. Yeah, during the 4 days, it didn't catch anything there either. So the trailer's been moved up here. As you can tell, the wind's starting to pick up. So I apologize for the wind, even though there's nothing I can do about it. But still, I probably could have picked a better time to record when it actually wasn't windy. So, my friend's got surgery today. Nothing major, just, dealing with some discomfort. So I'm up here covering for him. I'm watching out for the place, watching out for Raven there. Say hello. So, even when he was down there, even up here, he claims to hear what sounds like something moving up on top of this bank. Last night I heard it just before the wind really started getting up. So I know it wasn't the trees. It was definitely something walking around on the ground. So I popped open the door, took my AR-15 with the flashlight, and I spotlighted this whole ridge. I didn't see anything, but yeah. So the previous security guard apparently called his boss and told him to get his ass up here. And I don't know exactly when this happened. I just know it was within the past few months, because from his words, Bigfoot was beating on his trailer. So as a precaution, I bought these solar-powered, motion-activated emergency floodlights. And I bought 4 of them for $15. It was in a pack. It would have gone for like $30, $35, but it was a 50% discount. The 4th one I got over here. So the reason why I set them up here is if anything that was curious enough to walk up and decide to take a peek into the windows, anything gets within 26 feet of this trailer, the lights will go off. So I got my 360 camera, I got my trusty AR-15, portable toilet. I bought this tailgating grill. I got my propane tank. This little gizmo, I mean, you can only see the back of it, but that's my little solar power generator. It has 2 outlets. It has 4 USB plug-ins, and it's got a cigarette lighter plug-in. Up on the top on my my laptop, I got the solar panel, so I can plug that up and charge it. And then I got my other little battery bank, which is actually in my back pocket. And I got a cord running up to the phone to keep it charged. And then I got another battery bank that I found. So the first one I found, I think it's only like 20,800 mAh. The orange one that's sitting in my back pocket, that's a solar powered one. Busted out of my pocket. I mean, solar power, it's got a flashlight. I can put in 2 USBs, and then there's a C port to actually charge it. This one is 42,800. The battery, I guess the solar power generator is what I'm just going to refer to it as. That holds 80,000 mAh, and I keep forgetting what mAh stands for, but that's the capacity that it holds. And the solar panels that I bought are 60 watt, and it will charge up the generator in, I think, 6 to 8 hours, 6 to 9 hours. It takes a good bit, but as long as I can keep my equipment charged, I'm fine. And they do the job. This view never gets old. I mean, it sucks that they're logging, but even with this level of destruction, you have to admit that there is some beauty to it. I'm just happy that when they're done clearing all of this, another company's going to come on in and is going to replant all of this. So this hillside will not remain barren. So yeah, along with the generator itself, because I've been using the solar panels to charge up my stuff, I was given a bunch of other supplies. And one of the things I've gotten was frozen chicken, and I don't have enough electricity to run the refrigerator and stuff, so I think the chicken would be okay for tonight. Tomorrow's Saturday, so the loggers won't be up here. I was thinking about bringing out the table and setting up the grill near the front there, and just barbecue some chicken. I mean, I got barbecue sauce in there, may as well. I would do it today, but I got pizza, so that was cooked and packed away. So I love my pizza. It doesn't love me, but I love it. It's an abusive relationship, I tell you. And I also got 2 packs of Caesar salad. I love me some Caesar salad, especially some chef salad. I love to cook, and I got the gut to prove it. Let me tell you guys something. Actually, let me tell you all something. Someone comes up to you and it's like, oh yeah, I can cook, I'm a good cook, and they're skinny as hell, they can't cook. Never trust a skinny cook. My all-time favorite thing to make is London broil. I love London broil. I like using the basic marinade. It's light soy sauce, ketchup, red wine vinegar, a little bit of garlic powder, and some cooking oil. I believe that's all the ingredients. Yes, sir. Stir that up and mix it. Ketchup. Did I say ketchup? Ketchup with it too if I didn't say ketchup. But yeah, mix it up. Put in the London broil. I'll stab the hell out of it. And one time I accidentally let it sit for 2.5 days in the refrigerator. So that marinated the hell out of it. It was so good. And as a side, I like to take potatoes, cut it in half, lay them up on the side, cut them in half again, and then cube it. And I'll do 5, 6, 7 of them. Put them in a 1-gallon Ziploc bag with 2 bags of French onion soup mix with a little bit of cooking oil, and just shake it up. Put that on a cooking sheet with some aluminum. Put that in the oven for 400 degrees for 30 minutes. Oh, they are so good. Then, of course, you got to have your greens. I definitely favor broccoli with cheddar cheese cream, or cheddar cheese sauce. I'm sorry. Raven, what are you doing? What are you doing? You having fun? Yeah. I actually got to make some stuffed tilapia about a week ago. Been a while since I made that. What you do is you get tilapia fillets and you use Old Bay sauce. And then what you do is you get some shrimp, some imitation crab meat, some real crab meat, butter, and that's just the base. You just dice everything up and throw it together and just glom it all together and put some more Old Bay spice on there. Just put that up on top of the fish. Again, 400 degrees, about 30 minutes. That's right. As I said, that's just the base. My sister-in-law in Virginia, she wanted me to put oyster in it one time, which was still pretty damn good. So, I mean, there's a lot you can do with it. Also, with my supplies, I was given an onion, like 2 oranges, like a thing of mushrooms, because I love sauteed mushroom and onions. And then you get that Maggi sauce. Ooh. I swear, I can just make a meal off of sauteed mushroom and onions. But yeah, anyways, that little road is on the other side, probably like somewhere down through here going up. And I was going to leave that there for one more night, and then I was going to move it up on top of the embankment there above my camp. And I was thinking about taking the excess stuff and putting it up there to see if I can bait anything. I don't know about giving up the mushroom and onions, but also at the same time, I don't have butter. I could use cooking oil, but I think butter for that is a bit more superior. And I also don't have any Maggi sauce. I need to learn how to bake bread, like my own bread. I'd go and hang out with my friends, Miss Edens, and her nephew, Moneymaker. Yeah, she would make these awesome rolls. I mean, those rolls felt like they were as big as my head, and they were so buttery and good. I need to learn how to make those. But unfortunately, when it comes to bread and cake, that's not really my strong suit in the kitchen. And I need to get over that. I need to start making my own bread. Sorry, I'm distracted. Wow, look at this. This stick looks so fun. What's it? What? You want it? You want it? Hey, psst. Hey, look at this stick. Go get it. Walking. Oh, snap. What? I can't run because I got the damn tank in my back pocket. Okay, here. I tried. Yeah, I think it's since I've been out here, I heard 3 tree knocks. And it sounded like someone took a baseball bat and just bow. And where I was once standing on the side of the road looking down that embankment, it sounded like it came down there. But with the wind and the guys that would be down this gorge embankment side of the damn mountain, they have that motor, and it goes down the zip line, and they just tether up the logs and drag it all the way back up. So that's what I've heard. But honestly, if that was really the case, I probably would hear more what would sound like wood knocking. But, being behind that thing down at a much lower elevation, it just sounds like it's coming from the other side of the mountain. So, I'm not putting a hell of a lot of stock into that, but it's just something to be mindful of. Possible wood knockings. Back in Virginia, and I think this was around, it was definitely the summer of 2008 after graduation. My friend Jeremy, he was I don't want to say obsessed, but whatever the next level down of obsessed is. He was a fan of that Ghost Hunter TV show. And I didn't have a broad knowledge of the internet and stuff back then because I grew up in the Appalachian Mountains, but this was before Amazon got really big. He ended up getting, I think it was the official ghost hunting starter kit. And I had this piece of crap camera. I mean, it was 2008, but yeah, he wanted to find a place and try to go ghost hunting. I was like, all right, well, let me see what I can do. I was working at this I don't know if you would call it restaurant or bed and breakfast, but the Lafayette Inn, which is in Greene County, Standardsville, off of Main Street. There's been some reports of some strange stuff there, and a lot of people say it's haunted. So I tried there, it didn't work. One of the waitresses that was working there, I think a couple months by that point, she was convinced her house was haunted, and she offered to have us come over and take a look, and we did. My friend Jeremy was so excited. I was kind of excited too, trying to be that supportive friend, go and chase your dreams. But we didn't find anything. Sometime later, he found out of this old abandoned church up this mountain somewhere off of Dyke Road. I don't exactly remember where, but he made a mistake of inviting his friend Corey, and then he invited a friend, and then that friend invited a friend, and then they started inviting their friends, and what ended up was supposed to be a ghost hunting trip ended up being a party up on the side of this mountain. And of course, all these damn redneck kids bringing their fucking beer and pills and weed and shit. Jeremy and I just looked at each other like, yeah, we're out. And we left. And then I think about a week or two later, it may have been a month, something was going on at work. I had to work that night, so Jeremy, Corey, and I forget the name of the other kid. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the third one, but they went back out there, and I had to work. And you could hear them on the recording, and they were trying to provoke the ghost at this point. So they were like, "We love Satan, all hail Satan, we don't believe in God." And when you listen to the voice recorder, I mean, you hear all three of them, and then you just barely hear this fourth voice as clear as day: "Get out." And it's like, oh shit, it's like the one time I couldn't go, they found something. Jeremy was all for, the paranormal when it comes to ghosts, demons, and UFOs. Me, personally, I've always favored the cryptid variety. Unfortunately, February 2nd of 2024, about 4:46 in the morning, I got a call from Jeremy's little brother, and he passed away because of a heart attack, which was extremely unsuspecting because June of 2023 is when I last saw him, and I haven't saw him damn near 10 years before that. And Jeremy was 6 months older than I am. I miss my friend. But I believe he's in a better place. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if he was the one that broke that jam generator. Because if Robert hadn't been working on that generator, and I haven't, walk up behind him to approach him and catch that movement out of my left eye and busted out the phone and started recording, I never would have caught that face. Never would have heard them walking by the camp either. That generator would have drowned all that out along with the rain. So I owe him thanks on that one. But yeah, it is Friday, March 15th. Tomorrow, the construction crew's not going to be here. I don't know if I'll be relieved of duty tomorrow afternoon sometime. I might have to stay here for another day and a half. I don't know. It all depends on how my friend's recovery goes. But besides hearing something that sounds like it's going through the tree lines up there and the wood knocking, nothing's been going on up here. I'm convinced that something's passing through, but it's not living up here. At least I'm 80% convinced. I still got that 20% doubt. I mean, I got a supposed video of it, which I'm grateful to have, but I'm not 100% sure it is what it looks to be. And I want to know. And if this thing is real, what else is real? I mean, you hear so many stories come out of the national park, you know, Bigfoot, werewolf-like creatures and stuff like that, and I really want to know. Well, I don't really have an update. I got a bunch of stories, but I don't think y'all want to hear that, at least not right now. So, I guess I'll just end it here for now until something else pops up. Got anything you want to say, Raven? Anything at all? Thousands of people could be watching. Strong silent type. I get it. Alright. Until next time. Alright, so I just saw something ahead of me. Alright, come on. Get up. Get up. Come on, Raven. I gotta get the AR. I don't know who or what it was, but it didn't activate the lights. Oh, where's the keys to the fucking trailer? What did I do with them? Got them. Alright, Raven, come on, let's go. Make some noise, why don't you? Now, it may have been that star out there, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, fuck this sling. Why Raven's standing all the way back there, I don't know. That makes me a wee bit nervous. That very well could have been that star, but I just looked up from the window and saw something bright yellow. star. It must have been that star. It just, I don't know where the first piece of equipment is down that way. It just looked like something was there with a lighter or something. I was about to say, how the hell did it get by me without activating the motion lights? But yeah, I guess it's nothing. False alarm. Whew. Got the whole ticker running. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's eye shine up there. There's something up there looking at me. Probably about 300 meters out. Fuck. It's hard trying to work my fucking phone. Alright. Where the fuck is it? Oh, now I got my scope zoomed out where I can see it. Where the fuck is it? I should have brought the 360 camera. Behind my trailer, up on top of the hill, just right around the bend. Fucking eye shine. Something's up there. I don't see it anymore. Where the fuck did it go? Fuck. I gotta stay out here all night by myself with this shit. What, you know. This is what I was asking for. Enough with this. Time to get back in the trailer. Raven. I hope the fucking Christ that I got the eye shine on camera. Back to relative safety. And I gotta review this footage for myself. Alright. I Nothing ventured. Nothing gained. I saw eye shine out there. Where's the fucking door handle? Of course, it's got a lock. I don't know why. Oh. Alright, Raven. Second bout. Just for clarity, my finger's off the trigger. I don't want to shoot. I just want to catch the eye shine. And it just so happens my flashlight's mounted to my weapon system. It's up there. Two set of eyes. Just like wide eyes going right back at me. Raven! Raven! Come on! Stink! Come on! Raven! Get over here! Raven! Come on! Where the fuck was it, man? That looks like a star through the trees, but what I saw was a little more this way. Now what I saw was a little lower. Just trying to get further back. Yeah, that's definitely a star. What I saw was more down there, up on the hill around that curve. I was way back here when I noticed it. I had to put my phone down and try to adjust the fucking zoom on my scope, which I knew goddamn well once I did it, I'd lose the fucking thing. And I did it anyways. It's back here when I noticed it. Raven, you just looking around like you don't care, girl. caught eye shine. And reviewing the footage that I just captured on the phone. Oh, it's fucking crazy, man. I had my phone pointed right at it, but my phone just didn't pick it up. Son of a bitch. So, just sitting here in the dark. So about 45 minutes ago, maybe an hour, I look up from my tablet and I can see the silhouette of the two closest pieces of machinery. And right there is a yellow light. Or was a yellow light. And the only way I can describe it is someone has a lighter and they were just activating a lighter and holding it there. Now I'm sitting here thinking to myself, well, okay, it must have been that star. Well, I'm pointing to where I saw the light, and that yellow star is over there. So no, it wasn't a star, it wasn't a plane. I don't know what the hell that yellow light was. I searched, I didn't see anything. So I go further back to the end where the last piece of equipment is, and maybe it was the star, and it's not. The star is not in the right place. I can't see that star from where I am currently sitting and where I was sitting when I was watching the movie. So on my way back, I just happened to shine the light up at the hill past the trailer, and there's a bend in the road back there, and I see two eyeballs. Just one set of eye shine, white eye shine. Now the video that I recorded on February 25th also had white eye shine, and this thing wasn't in the road, it was up on the bank, just hidden in the brush, just watching me. And that's just the mirror behind me just catching the reflection of my phone. So I came back in, I grabbed the 360 camera, I went back out. Oh God, I put the phone down to zoom in the scope so I can aim back up and hopefully get a glimpse of this thing. And of course, and I knew it, and I don't know what compelled me to do it, but I put the phone down, I zoomed in the scope. It's only a 1:4 power, but still, and I went to aim at it, and it was gone. Oh, and I went back and looked at the footage, and I didn't fucking catch anything. And I've just been sitting here kicking myself in the rear. I set the 360 camera up because in the L shape there's 3 windows there. So if anything approached the trailer within 26 feet, the lights would activate. But nothing happened. And I've just been sitting here with the AR-15 close by just in case, and nothing's happened. Raven sitting next to me, just asleep, dead of the world, without a care. So there's obviously no threat. But I'm still just kicking myself in the rear that I saw the eye shine again. Oh my god. If I just had the 360 camera, I would be able to grab the foregrip a hell of a lot easier. I just would have been able to look through the scope and just set the camera down, because it has a little tripod. I just would have been able to set it down, adjust the scope, not take my eyes off of it, and just bring the rifle back up and just... I have no intention of shooting it. I just wanted to look at it, and just the scope's the only thing I have that has magnification. I am so mad at myself, but I mean, it was just, it caught me off guard, just completely unexpected. I don't know what that yellow light was that drew me out. I can't explain that. Because the homesteads are on the bottom of the mountain. I'm looking kind of up. It wasn't a star, because I look up and there it was, and I'm trying to wake the dog up. I'm trying to, just fumble around with the phone and grab the AR and make sure I got the key so I don't get locked out of the trailer, and the light was gone. I can't explain that yellow light, but it drew me out. I did a patrol, and I saw the eye shine. Jesus Christ. So it is now March 16th. It is 9:16 a.m. So sitting down right here, looking above my tablet, because I was watching Godzilla raids again last night. The machinery out there, I've noticed a amber colored light. Now, as far as the intensity goes, the only thing I have to compare how bright that thing was, if someone was standing there with a lighter. Now, when I went and checked, I thought maybe it was the star, but the star would be over there. And I can't see that because the hill's in the way. So that's when I tried to get the keys, the AR, and to get the dog up. I have no idea what the hell this light came from. Now, as far as the houses and stuff goes, they're all down there on the bottom of the mountain, and there is nothing that would be anywhere level to here out there. And it can't be a plane flying through here at night, too low in elevation. They would definitely risk these damn notifications. A plane would risk crashing. Alright, so I had to be somewhere around here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it because of the sun, but I happened to shine my flashlight past the machinery, above the trailer, up on the road, and there's a bend up there. So up on the embankment, that is where I saw the eye shine. Now, the flashlight on my AR, I don't remember what brand that thing is, but I know it's 1,000 lumens, and I know that that flashlight would get some pretty good distance. So I came over here, and it was here that I set my phone down on, because I was having a hard time operating my AR one-handed, and I adjust the variable or the zoom level of my scope, and way out there, just like where that turn goes, just up in the embankment in that tree line, is where I saw that eye shine. And of course, I had to set my phone down. I had to adjust my scope. I picked the cell phone back up, and I aimed down there with the scope, and it was gone. And I searched, what seems like 5 minutes or so.
But I didn't see it anymore. I didn't know what to expect afterwards. And I was ready for retaliation. Hour and a half, 2 hours passed, nothing happened. And it's like, alright, well, I guess I'll just get some sleep. So I got a little bit of sleep with no problems whatsoever. Yeah, still kicking myself in the ass. I should have never have put down the phone and messed with the scope. I should have just kept the light on that thing and just started approaching it. But you know what? If that thing was standing up there, then maybe I can find some kind of tracks. Definitely, fingers crossed, caught something on the trail cam. I am going to be moving the trail cam up there today. Alright. So it was somewhere up here. I saw that eye shine. I'm thinking up there somewhere. Looking for tracks or anything just in case it was on the road, but I'm not seeing anything. I mean, from here, beyond the yellow and the white equipment, that stack of wood there up on the road, it's crazy. Because that eye shine was bright. And it sucks. My camera didn't pick it up. And I ain't seeing any good places to climb up here. I'd have to go all the way back down the road and up where I had the trail cam and hike all of this. But I mean, I'm not seeing any bear tracks, any deer, elk, anything. I just see footprints from the loggers. Because they'll park a van here and then they'll go down the top of this ridge, then down on the bottom, and that's where they load up the wood, and then it gets pulled up there by that thing. Yeah, I ain't seeing any good way to get up there right now. And being up here on the road, especially the sun where it is, people come up this part, they ain't gonna see it and end up hitting her. So for little Raven there, I'm not gonna climb up there because I don't want her chasing cars or anything. But yeah, there was something up there just watching me. I just heard something. Raven! Come on, Raven! Raven! Raven, come on! Come on, girl, let's go! Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that indicated that anything came down. No footprints, no tracks, nothing. Just to see how long it takes her to realize I ain't going back there, and then she starts coming back this way. Man, look at all the bugs flying around. All right, bye, Raven. I'm leaving. What the hell is her malfunction? Come on. Raven! Raven, what are you doing? Get over here now, come on. Hey, eyes on me. Well, maybe she found something, but I didn't see anything this far back. I swear to God, if you're playing around in mud. Hey, what you chewing on? What are you chewing on? Huh? What are you doing? How many times I gotta tell you? Come on. Those are nothing but briar bushes. I'm not seeing anything that indicates anything was here. Raven, come on. Come on, phone, adjust for me. Look at that, way the hell out there. I think that's the Pacific Ocean. I don't think it's clouds. Yep, the horizon. Man, I could build a house up here and just walk out on the front porch and just continue looking at this forever. Look at all of this. And there's people out there trying to convince me the earth is flat. Look at all these mountain ranges. Nah, I'm just playing. It is an interesting thought, though, the earth being a sphere floating in space, and gravity holds us to this planet like glue. We can defy it only for a moment with a jump. But when you think of it that way, as Neil deGrasse Tyson would be like, well, think of it this way. When you're standing still, look up and imagine that you are actually upside down. I hope no one turns the gravity off. We got a 2-liter
bottle of Pepsi that's empty, and I put some dirt and rocks on the bottom of it. I was thinking about putting it way out there. Just way out there. But I see a building. It looks like a trailer or something. I can't really tell. And then I got all that down there. So I don't really feel comfortable shooting that far. I was thinking about that little turnaround right there, which I'm pretty sure would be safe. Bullet would impact and a lot of the energy would just disperse, so it wouldn't be as powerful. But still, shooting in the basic direction of structures, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I was thinking about then maybe setting it up over there, because you have the road which comes around this way, and then this little part just branches off. But again, shooting in the basic direction of where people drive, I do not feel comfortable doing that, so I will not do that. And then I was thinking about maybe hiking along that ridge line over there and maybe setting it up, because there's nothing back there. Believe it or not, that AR-15 is I've only had it for a couple weeks. I haven't even fired it yet. I haven't even sighted it in. And it sucks because I'm pretty much entrusting my life to an unproven firearm. But as far as having the rifle sighted in, which I mean it's not, even without optics, even without the iron sights, I know I can hit a man-sized target, center mass, at about 300 yards, give or take. So anything really beyond that is a bit of a bonus. But yeah, I think I'm long overdue for some target practice. Well, I don't know how well you can see it, but way out there, there's another line. So I don't want to take a chance of hitting that. I wonder if it's all the same line. It just runs up through there, back there, and then through here. All of this space, and I'm just not finding a good spot to go shooting. I keep thinking about those eye shines. The one I caught on February 25th was white. And the ones that I saw last night, and I saw both eyes, they were also white, and they were bright as hell. I mean, that has to be 300 meters, 350 meters, easy. And that thing was just standing there looking at me. But the one thing I still can't account for, I do not know what the hell caused it, or what I even saw, but that amber light. I mean, if there was a person sneaking around here and they had their lighter, the flame, that's what the only thing I could really compare it to. It's like a little orb of fire or something. But I mean, it wasn't moving. I never saw it move. It was just sitting there, and I thought a person was out here, and that's why I was trying to wake the dog up and get her to move so I can get the AR-15, and fumbling around trying to get the damn keys because I want to lock the door behind me. That shit's just weird. And the sling for the AR, I mean, is made to where it rests against my chest. So trying to, get it off of me so I can hold it and have the stock tucked underneath my arm, and I can control the flashlight better and be able to see, and trying to manage the phone. And I wanted to zoom the scope out. I mean, granted, it's only a 1:4, but I wanted to aim through the scope and get a look at it, and I had to put the damn phone down. Still kicking myself in the ass over that. But yeah, I need to check the trail cam here in a little bit, and I doubt I caught anything, but if I did, because I know that there's something up there that travels along that ridge, and now it's just a question of finding the right spot, having this thing come back, and just trying to get a picture or video, or even if the thing speed walks past the damn camera, just to have the 3-minute audio footage of hopefully hearing something just, walking away, breathing, something. But that's intense as hell. I'm just kicking myself in the ass over that. But that is another mistake that I am not going to make again. So I got to think of a way around it. And even then, it doesn't exactly matter, because I went through the footage time and again. And though I had the light pointed right at it, I was looking at the eye shine. My phone still didn't capture it. So I don't know. So Natalie commented and was saying, well, actually just flat out reminded me that with the previous commenter mentioning that I could end up going missing and ended up on 411 about not being alone and having my friend up here. He's security. He's got to be up here, and since he's on surgery, I got to be up here to cover him. So I'm up here alone, despite people just going up and down this road. I had those 2 kids on the side-by-sides come back through here probably about 15-20 minutes ago. This one story that I definitely remember. This one is definitely on top of the list, but I think it was 3 buddies hiking in a park, and the guy had to be 30-50 feet behind him, and he was walking a little bit, turned around and noticed his friend wasn't there, so he got worried, turned around and went back looking for him, and all they found was the contents that was inside of his pocket. So it's like something grabbed him by the ankle, held him upside down, and he was just abducted, just gone. But if anything like that were to happen here, if I'm just here by myself, or even if I had a group of other people, it just, safety and numbers just kind of go right out the window. So it's just like, damn if you do and damn if you don't sort of thing. And honestly, if it's my time, it's my time. And I made peace with that a long time ago. On January 3rd of 2009, about 1:30 in the morning, I was involved in a car accident thanks to a drunk driver. I was put into a tree, and the police think that I was put into that tree at least 75 miles an hour. And when I saw this tree, I knew I was going to hit it, so I threw my arms up to shield my head. And had I not done that, this would have been my head. And it got disgloved, and one tendon got ripped out, so I can't bend my fingers back because I just don't have that tendon on top of my arm. But other than that, I got full mobility with it. I still got strength, which is good. But I've never been knocked out. I honestly don't really know what happened to me. I'm fairly certain that I ended up going to the other side, and it felt like I didn't have a body. I just felt like an entity floating there. I could see, if you could actually call it seeing, but I felt no need to blink. And I felt like I was just floating in this black void, just staring off into oblivion. And even though I didn't have a physical body, I still felt as if I was turning. I was able to turn and, just look into a new direction. But I mean, it was just black. And I tried to take my hand and wave it in front of my face, and I didn't have a hand or an arm or anything. The closest thing that I can really describe to you of what that felt like was phantom limb. Like, there should be something there, but there's not. And I was conscious, and I was thinking to myself, where am I? How did I get here? And I asked myself the big question, am I dead? And I'm asking myself this in my head. So it's like, you have like that inner monologue in your head. Like you can hear your own voice when you're thinking to yourself and you're like talking to yourself in your head. It was that going on. So when I asked myself the question, am I dead? It was like all these other voices just started coming out of nowhere, and it just started just very quickly starting to get loud. And I basically just told myself to shut the fuck up. Because if we panic, we're probably going to be in a world of hurt. So then I'm just there, just contemplating, like, how did I get here? What do I do? What am I supposed to do? And I asked myself a very weird question. I asked myself, am I God? Could I create something out of nothing? And I don't know why that thought came through my head, but just for some reason it's just like this notion that's like I could create something there, and it was like the weirdest experience ever. But then something told me, not actually tell me, but I got this feeling that I needed to face the direction that I was facing when I started experiencing whatever this was I was experiencing. So I orient myself, and I'm facing in this direction, looking off into this void, this nothingness. And then there was a white light, and I woke up inside the truck, and I had my hands in my lap and just sitting there. And then I try to move my fingers, and I slowly start trying to move my arms, and it felt like a lag, like there was a delay, like I'm moving my hand, and then my arm is just finally, just trying, like I felt out of sync. And I had all these thoughts running through my head, and finally it's just like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to breathe. In like 2 minutes, I finally took my first breath. Yeah, that was a wild experience. I've never been knocked out. Maybe I was knocked out. Maybe I had an outer body experience. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, that's something I definitely think about from time to time. Had a white pickup truck approaching. A guy and a woman. Looks like they were trying to find a place to go mountain biking, but yeah, so a little bit of clarity with that video. I was 19 at the time, and my uncle, one of my mom's brothers, I think the oldest one, wanted to teach me how to drive a 5-speed. And full-blown alcoholic. Like, this guy was drunk off his ass. So he wants to teach me how to drive a 5-speed and using my brother's pickup truck. I think it was a 1994 Ford something. I don't exactly remember. F-150 or something like that. I think it was like a 1994, 1995. And I remember my second oldest brother telling me that he had like one of those 2004 Mustang motors put in it. And it cost him something like $5-6 grand, if I remember correctly. Or that was the guy that sold him the truck. But he wanted to teach me how to drive. I talked him out of it. I was tired. I wanted to go to bed. And then he gets it in his head that he wants to drive. I tried to talk him out of it, and he is dead set on going out there. So I was left with a choice. I can either A, stay, go to sleep, whatever happens, happens. Or I could go with him, and if something happens, I will be there to hopefully take control and, you know, prevent something bad from happening. Well, I went with option B. So again, January 3rd, 2009, 1:30 in the morning, because I looked at the clock before I went out the door. And about halfway out the driveway, with snow, ice, and loose gravel, he's going through, trying to teach me how to drive this damn 5-speed, and he just guns it, and he starts trying to rip through the gears, and he fucks up. It just starts grinding, and next thing I know, we're just off the road into the woods. I see this tree, I know I'm going to hit it, and I threw my arms up, and then lights out. So the damage to my right arm, a chip in my spine, and I broke my right leg, which is the joint that connects to the hip bone. So that joint cracked in half. So I have a rod and 3 pins in my leg. So I spent the rest of January in the UVA hospital in Charlottesville. And February I was sent to Sheltering Arms Rehab, I think somewhere in or outside of Richmond, Virginia. My uncle had 3 fractures in his neck. They weren't even minor. He was in the hospital for 3 days just as a simple precaution. But yeah, I had my world rocked. Oh, there it is. Another plane, and I got people shooting at the usual spot down there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna check the trail cam now. No results. And a car was passing by. Raven likes to run up and investigate vehicles, so I gotta put it up on this bank. Although I do have this idea of maybe trying to set it up on that tree, maybe. I don't know if I have enough range to pick up anything over here. Might be something to consider. Because at the very least I can open up some of the orange peel and apples and just toss them up there, and maybe the trail cam would catch something if it walked out to try to investigate. I'm trying to contemplate on what I want to do. I don't have a tripod, but I do have the invisible selfie stick that has the feet. So I could set the trail cam up behind the trailer facing up, and then I can peel the oranges and cut open the apple and toss them up there. I end up going to sleep and any of these damn kids come by and be like, oh, look at that, I'm gonna steal it. But then again, if they try to get close to it, the light's gonna go off, so there's that. Another idea I had is I could probably hide the trail cam up around that bend around where I saw the eye shine last night, and throw the oranges and the apples up onto the embankment and maybe see something. Because I'm probably overthinking this, but if I go down there and I hike up on top of this bank and set the trail cam up there, I'm going to be making all that noise. My scent's probably going to be up there, and something is going to definitely know that I was up there, and probably try to avoid that area. So I'm not sure if I want to go up there. I think maybe trying to hide the trail cam down that way would be a much safer bet. And at least that's why when I throw the food up, whatever it is, it ain't gonna be right here at camp. It'd just be a little down the road. I think I'd feel a lot safer with that. But if I hide it down there, I'm not going to use the selfie stick. I don't want no one to steal that, because that's for the 360 camera. I mean, I can get another one, sure, but I think that's what I'm going to do later. Still thinking about the eye shines. You know, I hear a lot of stories when people manage to see something, whether it's a Bigfoot or werewolf-like creature. They usually talk about like the green eye shine. They talk about like that amber color, like that orange, that like blood orange, like tangerine color, I guess, and just red. And some people would say that it was just like there was an energy inside of them that just seemed like, you know, like an energy source that was just kind of like protruding out of its eyes, you know, like the eyes just had a natural glow to them. But what I caught in the video, the eye shine was white. And what I saw last night when I hit it with the damn torch was white. And when I went down there yesterday and I was standing there and I raised my hand up above my head, I mean, I'm now standing up straight. I mean, I'm confident I can touch that thing's face. So that's like 9.5 feet tall. And they had to be some big damn eyes for me to see it at least 350 meters away in the dark with a torch. I am so disappointed that I did not catch that on camera. So I'm just going to have to try again. So yeah, something dawned on me. When I first recorded that video clip, I saw it. Well, I didn't see it through the phone, not until later, but I caught the face and the eye shine on camera. And I didn't notice it until 9-10 days later, when people in the comment section started time stamping it for me and telling me where to look. But yes, last night I saw the eye shine with my own eyes. I'm still pissed the camera on my phone didn't catch it, but I'm not going to go there. So now that's more of a confirmation that there is something up here. Right now it is 11:50 a.m. March 16th. I'm starting to feel a little hungry, and I don't want the chicken and that Caesar salad kit to go bad. I got one of the bags prepped already, sitting in the container, so I think I am going to bring out the grill with the table, and I think I'm going to start barbecuing now. That's one way to hold the door open. This is actually the first time I've ever used this grill. So I'm just going to let this do its thing and cook everything off. Yes, sirree. Yeah, I just had to pour what was left of the barbecue in the bag and shake it up. Yes, sirree. I know some people will probably say I burnt the chicken, but I don't eat the skin anyways. gonna have a good lunch and a good dinner. And I'm keeping my eye up. So far, nothing. I think 2 vehicles came through here and 3 side-by-sides, but nothing up there. Raven's mind is just blown. My mind's blown too. I completely forgot I had Tabasco sauce and salt and pepper. Damn it to hell, that was a missed opportunity. But yeah, that was a good $180 right there. Grilled chicken and Caesar salad. Gonna be a good lunch / dinner. So now I have taught Raven the importance of grilling, and I think I changed her life forever. Because honestly, I think her diet is mostly dry kibble and water. Hey, you get down from there. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah, we're watching you. I'm watching you. She loves grilled chicken. And now she's here giving me kisses. Yeah, compliments to the chef. So yeah, grilled chicken and Caesar salad. And now I have to clean up the grill to the best of my abilities, because though I want to draw stuff close, I don't want to draw them in to the camp. But the bones and all of that I got in a Ziploc bag, because the chicken came in a Ziploc bag. I cleaned that up, so I know there's still going to be a scent, but hopefully it won't be that powerful. And, you know, something comes by here really hungry and decides to take a peek into the trailer, which I wanted to do that, don't get me wrong. I just don't want a bear to do that, even though I can just open the door and yell at it and fire off around into this embankment here and definitely scare it away. And if not, if it decides to attack me, well, I guess Sunday I'll be having bear. Definitely going to cook the shit out of that, because bears are notorious for worms. So, yeah. If that happens, I'll take pictures and call up my father and be like, hey, I wasn't exactly hunting, but this bear came into camp and wouldn't leave and tried to attack me, and I got my first kill. And I got another vehicle coming. Looks like a black Jeep. But yeah. So yeah, I just gotta clean up. Alright. So the logs behind the white machine. So between that and those logs up on that hill, that's where I was standing. So when I shine the light up here, it was somewhere through here. That's where I noticed the eye shine. And there goes Raven. Yep, she doesn't give a flying leapfrog. She's just going by. We don't need your protection or anything. You just go and do whatever. I go missing, it's your fault. Well, damn, that hurt. I was thinking about that tall post right there, setting up a trail cam and having it aim up through here, and maybe trying to put some oranges and apple, and I don't want to give them up, but you know, put up some Oreos and see if I can draw anything in. But I think this right here looks like to be the easiest way up. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Oh, that was the back of my neck. That's weird. That's another bone here. That's definitely not store-bought. I'm not seeing anything that looks like prints. But it does look like a game trail of some sort. Oh, that's my leg. It's wearing shorts and it's hitting my leg. This is where it looked like it would be a good spot. No, not really. There's like one big ass thorn, and that is the only thorn on this one branch. That just goes straight down. Definitely not this far up. I could go back the other way. I don't even remember how the fuck I got up here. Alright, here's the bone. Okay, that's how I got down. Oh, get off my shirt. Alright, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post my trail cam up on one of these trees. I'm gonna grab some bait and put it down and maybe capture something coming through here. I'll probably put the trail cam on this tree and put some bait down there. Or maybe I should put the trail cam on that tree and put the bait here. Well, I gotta go get it. I gotta go back and look at the damn video, but I think it was up here. That's where I saw that eye shine. Because at first I thought it was headlights, but yeah. Alright, getting the trail cam and the food. Trail cam, open spot with bait, and I think roughly that this is about where I saw that eye shine. So we will check this out later. Raven, come on. She keeps sniffing this area out like something was most definitely here. Yeah, so the trail cam is up, and in fact you can see it right there. So an apple, 2 mini oranges, and 2 Oreos. And that was roughly about, it had to be about where I was standing when I noticed the eye shine. So I got a hold of my friend, he's doing well, but he ain't gonna be back up here until Monday morning. So I'm gonna leave that up there all night, and at least until 2-3 o'clock p.m. on Sunday, and then go back up there and retrieve it. And yeah, that's all I can do. I didn't notice any footprints or anything, but Raven kept she had her nose to the ground pretty hard. I couldn't tell you if she went number 1 or number 2, but she went to the bathroom up there and decided to kick, which I've never seen her do that before. So it definitely seems like a territorial thing. So I don't know. I'm just gonna have to wait and see. First shot, whether it's new or used, I don't like holding it up close to my face. Raven, if this scares you, I apologize, girl. I also hope I don't lose the brass. You can tell where my shot's going. Well, the good news is the rifle sighted in. Bad news is Raven ran off. So that family that came by on the side-by-sides, it's like, yeah, you have a black lab? And it's like, yeah. And she's a mile up the fucking road. So now I gotta try and go get her. Damn dog. So I probably went about 3.5, 4.5 miles out. No sign of the damn dog. She's just going and going. And I don't have a vehicle. I can't. Oh God, I can't keep up with her. I'm hoping that she's smart enough to turn around and come back to camp before it gets dark. I'm heading back to camp now because it's going to be dark in like 2 hours. And that's about how long I've been out here trying to find her. Oh, God damn it, man. It's 5:06 p.m. I'm hearing ATVs. I'm hoping they come this way and pass me so I can flag them down and just be like, hey, my dog ran off. Raven, black lab, 1.5 years old, pink collar. I would deeply appreciate it if you could bring her back. Try to give you something in return. But Jesus. This is a whole new level of suck. And I was telling my friend too, it's one of the things that makes me nervous, watching the dog. Something like this happens. But I'm hoping, because I made it probably about at least 5 miles out, she picks up my scent and follows it back to the trailer. Or she went into the woods and I bypassed her and she's there waiting for me. But I'm so fucking angry. So fucking angry. Oh, at least this is a happy ending for that. Come on, Raven. I'm sorry, girl. I wasn't expecting you to come up behind me while I was shooting. I thought you were going to stay away. You are wet. Oh, thank Christ. Well, I'm sure we can all learn a thing or two. God, you were dirty. What did you do? Find a mud puddle to roll in? So the scope was sighted in. Raven took a 2.5 hour adventure. Oh, and while I was out there searching, the scope came off the AR. Bam! Right on the ground and ate shit. And I really do not want to find out if it's still sighted in or not. But if I do, this time I'm locking her in the trailer. At least she's smart enough to come back, though. She's not your average dog anymore. She went on an adventure. She came back bigger, faster, stronger. Oh, I'm just, thank Christ she's back. Okay. So, Raven is locked in the trailer. I had to test out the scope again, and surprisingly enough, despite falling off of the rifle and eating shit on a gravel road, it still held at 0. So that's good. Unfortunately, I don't have any proper tools to where I can actually torque this bitch down to the upper receiver. But Raven smells like shit. And I don't mean that figuratively, I mean that literally. Like, I think that dog found a pile of shit and rolled around in it. Well, Raven there apparently likes baths. Loves them. Dude, she clearly found shit. I don't know of what. And she rolled in it and man, it was one that lingers. Like she wasn't there, and it just... So yeah, like a half-gallon jug, 4 20-ounce water bottles, and a little bit of Dawn to clean that up. You feel better, Raven? You smell better. She's like, yeah, leave me alone. I'm tired. And that's exactly what I'll do. I'll leave her alone. I don't know if that's the skyline out there, or I'm looking at the ocean. There could be more mountains for all I know, but... Oh, I hear geese. Here they are way out there. I got a feeling something is going to happen tonight. I just don't know what or when. But if nothing happens tonight, I will be okay with that, because this has been a pretty eventful day. Alright. Can't be. Well, I mean, Blinken's, I guess that's a part of a branch or something, but... No eye shine. It's worth a shot, though. Alright, something just fucking broke up there. Alright, Raven. Where are you? Go on. And one last look, and there it is. Absolutely nothing. I swear I just heard a coyote. Sunday, March 17th, 2024, 9:52 a.m. According to the weather app, it is not going to rain until Wednesday. But something's telling me it's going to be a little sooner than Wednesday. God, I'm so tired. So this tree right here, the trail cam, what's really nice is with Bluetooth, I'm able to access it right here on the road. I no longer have to go up there, but unfortunately I didn't catch anything up there last night. Which is a shame, but I mean, I am here for another night. Honestly, I think I'm just going to leave that up there for a while. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Got the solar panels going. I don't know how well you see it, but yep. Charging up my solar powered generator. This has a battery capacity of 80,000 mAh, which I keep forgetting what mAh stands for, but yep. It's my final day here, so I'm just topping this off for my friend so he can keep his devices charged up. Just another beautiful day. I don't think I'm really going to do much today. I'm just going to relax. Not looking for any trouble. Call me crazy, but does that look like toes to you? One, two, three, 4, 5 maybe? Dude, I have no idea, man. I don't know what that is. It's just how the light was hitting, and it's when I noticed it. Let's try this. God damn, look how fucking... I'm like anywhere between 12 and a half, pushing 13. I mean, I'm not 100%, but that's... Jesus, that definitely looks like toes. I've been back here a few times. I never noticed this before. And that looks like it had to be at least last night. Shoe fly, don't bother me. Oh, that's a bee. Looks like a carpenter bee. I gotta put my damn phone down because I can't get my sock back on. Slinging the AR. I'm pretty sure I ended up getting rug burn on my neck for carrying this damn thing, but I mean, and standing here, I mean, I can't see it. I don't think it would either, but my camp is just right over there. Come here, Raven. Come on. Dude, I don't know, I may have accidentally just found a footprint. Come on, girl, it's getting dark. Let's stay a little close to camp tonight, eh? So the 3 group of trees there in the back, because this is the pathway I normally go up to get back there, and I set my trail cam up there. That's where the footprint is. That's where my trailer is. And I hear noise all the way up there on the embankment. And on the embankment, past the 2 trailers, around just like where that little turn is up there. Not last night, but the night before, that's where I saw the eye shine. So yeah, I'm definitely convinced something is passing through here. It was March 10th. When I went up there to try to do the scale comparison. It was a similar track like that with the toes in the mud. And that's when I noticed, but I didn't have the 360 camera, nor did I have my cell phone on me because Robert had the phone. He was the one taking the pictures while I was standing up there. But yeah, that was looked like the same one. So yeah. It looks like more and more something comes up through here. And this is my last day. It's gonna be my last night. I should be out of here at 7 a.m. I want to try to spotlight the tree lines again tonight. What a find. So yeah, the time is 6:02. You coming out or staying in? What are you doing? You know what? Let's just take the leash and prop the damn door open. All this fresh air ain't gonna kill us. Unless air is poisonous, and that's why humans have short lifespans. Just bear with me, folks. Dog leash. Keep it open and get that fresh air up in there. So yeah, I said 6:02, and I probably noticed that. Actually, you know what? All right, so the first video, 5:42. So it's March 17th of 2024 at 5, I already forgot the damn time. 5:42, is that what I said? Yeah, that's when I noticed that. Documented. Yep, I took my shoes and socks off and did a comparison, and that I do believe this this thing has to be about 9.5 feet tall. My solar power generator's still charging. Should just be about done. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I just wanted to top off, you know, since, you know, I had the sun. It's supposed to start raining on Wednesday, and here in Oregon, God only knows how long the rain's going to last here. So the eye shine, I hear stuff moving around up there, and I found what looks to be part of a footprint of something that's a hell of a lot bigger than me. Also lost the dog and abandoned my post and went looking for her, but luckily she came back on her own accord. I've had 2 vehicles drive up here in the past hour. They come up that hill right there, they see me, they back down and turn around and haul ass out of here like they're coming up here to start trouble or something. I don't know if they think this is private road, which it's not. I mean, this road here behind me, this one's public. They can drive through here all the live long day. I don't care. But any of these 3 roads here off to, well, my right, but if I'm going up the mountain to my left, these roads and this whole hillside where they're logging, this is private. So as long as they don't come on here, I'm fine. They can drive by here as often as they want. I do not care. I'm not going to overreach my limitations of power and authority. Just watch out for the site. Make sure people don't steal shit and not mess with the equipment. That's all I'm getting paid to do. And right now, my hobbies apparently are filming for YouTube and hunting Sasquatch. Who knew? I mean, it was supposed to be, nature and wildlife photography, but, yeah, whatever comes your way, grab at it. I just would like to see it, because, again, the first video that I filmed on February 25th, I just wasn't 100% sure. I didn't see that with my own eyes. But going up there and seeing that first footprint, and then I made a mess up there and ended up losing it, tells me that there's something up here. Now, finally finding the correct spot where I was standing and 20 feet away where I'm pretty damn sure this thing was standing, to stand up straight and reach all the way up, I'm pretty sure I can touch that thing's face. Like, this thing is like 9.5 feet tall, which is very easily in the realm of how big they're reported to be. And then the eye shine. The one thing I can't account for is that amber light. I gotta figure out which way my thumb going. Because it looked like it was bright enough to where to me it seemed like someone was standing there with a lighter. But, why would they have a lighter? Why would they stand? Because, on the other side of my grill there, that's where I had my tablet. So sitting there on the bed, I'm going to see somebody, whether it's a lighter or a flashlight or not. But when I woke up raving here and grabbed the AR, grabbed the keys and stepped out and locked the door behind me, that light was gone. I don't know if it was an orb. I don't know what the hell it was. All I know, it was just like an amber color ball of light. And then it went all the way back to the zipline thing, whatever the hell you want to call that thing. I'm just going to refer to it as a crane. I don't care. And then that's when I aimed my flashlight up there. And that's when I noticed the eye shine. And at first I was like, oh, is that a star like coming through the trees? And then it moved. And then it's like, wait a minute, is that headlights of a vehicle? But I didn't hear no engine or anything. I didn't hear no gravel crunching under the tires. And that's when I was fumbling around trying to zoom in my scope so I can see if I can get a glimpse of the thing. And unfortunately, I had to put my phone down. I had to fix the scope, and I had to take the sling off, so I was able to hold the AR by the stock underneath my arm and just kind of steady it better, but caught up in the moment. Man, look at that view. That never gets old. I could build a house up here. Tell you what I would love to freaking do. If this was my trailer, and it's not, it's my friend Robert's. I'm house sitting and dog sitting, and well, I'm doing his job. But if this was my trailer, I would buy 4 PTZ cameras, wireless. I would mount one here, facing down the road. I would mount one right here, facing this way. That's why I can keep an eye on the back of the trailer and stuff. Raven. I'd mount one here in the back. That would monitor the equipment and that road. And the other one I'd mount right there, facing that way. Then I would get a hold of one of those hotspot routers. And from what I saw, for like $70 a month for like 50 gigs of high-speed data, and like anywhere in the United States, as long as you have, I think it's T-Mobile cell phone service. Dude, I could leave here and still monitor this area through the cameras. And if the cameras pick up anything, they'll alert the phone. And also, for shits and giggles, I would go on ahead and mount a doorbell camera. So, not only would you have the cameras, you have the solar-powered motion-activated lights. Yeah, that's what I would do. And with the cameras, you can get solar panels. Now, the idea that I had with that is you can take a tire, poke some holes in it, and get some long enough screws and some washers and some nuts. Put them in like a T configuration. Set it up there and just have the wires running up and have them positioned to where they face the sun. But honestly, with the solar power generator, my 2 battery banks, I mean, you charge those cameras up. If they're not used a hell of a lot, those things will last for at least 2 or 3 months on a single charge. But that's what I would do. Another thing that I would do for the water is I would get a 100-gallon barrel, one of the collapsible ones that has that mesh on top. I would take definitely a minimum of 2 cinder blocks, and I would have the tarp. It'd be a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 8, and I'd have it come down at an angle. And I forget what the hell those things are called, but you use them in the garden. You stake them in the ground, and it has that little hook, and you can put a bird feeder or hang your plants and stuff on. I think 2 of those would do it. And make a funnel, so all that rain would come down and would fill up a 100-gallon drum. And the one I'm looking at has like a hose thing on the bottom, and then it has the faucet in the center, and it has an overflow on the top. I think something like that would be very beneficial, and then I could take that water and fill up my my white tank. I've been seeing them all day. Another thing you could probably do is actually install some gutters. Not all the way around it, but just like in a U. And then have a hose that goes down and connect it to your freshwater tank. And then the gutters, and the name slipped my mind there for a second, and have that mesh on top so you don't get leaves and stuff in it. I mean, you wouldn't drink it. I mean, you could boil it, yeah, but I mean, that would help out with the toilet and the faucet. And so that's something else I'm considering when I get mine, or if I just flat out buy the school bus. Either or, I'm going to set it up to where it's like, the shit hits the fan vehicle. That'll be my bug out vehicle. And then I get one of those EMP shields. You connect it to the battery. Then you run the third line down, and you have to somehow, I think, attach it to the frame of your vehicle, and it makes it grounded. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I mean, it's supposed to help take all that EMP energy and just, I guess, put it in the ground and help protect your vehicle. So if I bought a school bus, I would definitely do that. But I am curious, though, because I I know some school buses will have 2 batteries. Some of them have 4 and some of them have 6. But I don't know if that one device would protect that many batteries. And I don't know if I bought another one and I hooked that up to the solar power batteries and I had those linked. I mean, I wouldn't see why not. So I'd have a solar power system and my bus would be completely protected through EMP. So bring on the nuclear weapons, bring on the solar flares, bring on the EMPs. Because if that happens, then my stuff's going to be protected. At least I hope it would, in theory. Yeah, if I'm fortunate enough to get a school bus, like I have so many plans for that. It's definitely going to be my home. I mean, I've got the little mini refrigerators, the 7 cubic feet freezer unit. I even found a little washing machine for, I think, less than $350. I could have a washing machine in my bus. And then, of course, my portable camping toilet, my tabletop propane powered grill, and then I would get a tabletop propane powered oven because I do like to bake. I love to cook. Yes, sirree, Bob. Then I would those restaurant tables, the stainless steel ones. So my idea with that is I would have to take the wall paneling off of the bus in some sections and then put in a wood frame, and then I would have to bolt through the panels and like have it bolted into the wall of the bus. And I would get 2 of them. One I'm looking at, I think, is a 70-inch long table, and I forget how wide it is. And then they have the kitchen table one that has the sink built into it, and it comes with everything right there. I mean, it'll have the faucet and everything. So I think that would be sufficient as far as, countertops and stuff goes for the kitchen. As far as the table, my idea is where the wheel well is to have a seat facing forward and then have one seat from the other side, turn it around so they're facing each other. And then that's where I would build the tables. And I would do that for all 4 of the wheel wells. So no matter which way the bus is sitting and which direction the sun is, you can just relocate on the bus, and you don't have that sun just blaring into your eyeballs. And then, I would try to put up at least 10, 20 solar panels on top of that bus. I would have the batteries lined up in the cargo bay underneath the bus. And then I would have the inverter. I found one for 5,500 watts for like $350 on Amazon. And then I found a 15-foot power bar. I think it's surge protected as well. And mount that up on the side of the bus on the inside, and that's where I can plug in all my electronics. Yeah, my bus would be awesome. And I could still run gutters down the side of it and collect rainwater, and again, just have the hoses hooked up, and then have a filter, and then it will drop down into the white water tank. So I could just be sitting there in the rain collecting water passively. I'd never have to leave the bus. I also had an idea for a dehumidifier and have that collect water and have a hose running into the tank as well. I mean, I think a dehumidifier will do like, 2 gallons of water a day, something like that. That thing would basically be running all the time. But I do have a lot of sweet ideas. So if I'm fortunate enough to be able to do what I want to do and get my school bus, I definitely plan on doing YouTube videos on fixing that up. And I would set it up to where I could put the solar powered motion activated lights on the side of it. I probably would rig up something simple so I could roll the window down and have like a hook on the back of it, so I can just like set it on the window and roll the window back up, so I wouldn't have to do any permanent changes as far as the exterior goes. But then again, it wouldn't matter because I'd probably have gutters. And then, you know, the idea with the cameras, I'd do something similar with that too. Definitely would have to have a black water tank so the water that I use would just go through and I can collect it and responsibly put it away. Which I don't know if that all natural soap, like biodegradable, good for the environment and stuff like that, but I don't know if EPA or whatever. Damn government. I mean, it could work. It could work. Really starting to feel like I'm beating a dead horse with this one. So for those of you who follow me and have watched my videos, this right here is the legendary spot where I recorded whatever that thing was looking at me. And it was down through here is where we kept hearing as if there was a couple of somethings down there moving around going up that hill. And it's actually up that hill where that little road is where I just found that footprint. So I went back like a third or fourth time to take pictures. So not just having video, I now have pictures, and I put my hand there. So as a comparison, god damn, look at that view. My friend asked me a question that completely and utterly went over my head, and I'm surprised I did not think of it before. He asked me, and get a load of this, is there a water source nearby? And then all of a sudden, ding! Yes, there is. A couple of reasons of why I could tell you. Because where that dryer is, or washing machine, or whatever that some idiot threw down there, there is a freshwater stream. You might be able to hear it. I also walked down there and filled up some 1-gallon milk jugs of water so I can continue flushing the portable toilet and attempt to clean dishes, because I had to clean up that grill because I didn't want to attract any unwelcome visitors. So yeah, this right here is where the trailer originally sat when I first came up here, and the water source is right there. So not only curious of what we're doing, but also being close to a water source, that makes a hell of a lot of sense. Now there's probably more freshwater springs, but this one right here down there is the only one that I'm familiar with. Damn, man, look at that view. That shit just never gets old. Seriously, if you want to be a cryptid investigator, be a outdoor and wildlife photographer. 3 birds, 1 stone. Never hurts to have a fallback. Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't dawned on me before. But in my defense, I may have like ADHD or whatever. I get so easily distracted with things. I say I'm not going to do something and it just eats at me and eats at me, and I end up doing it anyways. But yeah, I thought that was significant enough to bring up for the video. Yeah, I've learned that my phone will catch something apparently my eyes won't. That did not help. I don't see anything. That still creeps me the fuck out. You have those dark spots like that and you just don't know what's in there. I mean, the first time I ever recorded a dark spot, look what I caught and didn't even know it. Alright, time to get back to camp. I had 2 vehicles today come up, and they start coming up this hill here. They see me, and they immediately back down, turn around, and they go speeding out of here. Now, I don't know if they think this road is private, which it's not. This road here, public. Just an FYI, I talk to myself when the camera is off, and I kind of rehearse stuff out loud, so if I end up repeating myself, I apologize. But no, this was what I'm talking about with the ATVs. Like, I hear engines like something is approaching, and so far nothing, so I don't know if it's the roads down there that I'm hearing. So with what little daylight I got left, I got to start packing my stuff. Because my ride's going to be here at 7 in the morning, and I am out of here. Ain't that right, Raven? Oh, who is a good girl? You are a good girl. Well, despite the fact that you ran away, it was part my fault and part your fault. Yeah, I can't talk right now. My fault and your fault. Okay, we'll share the blame 50-50 on that one. But other than that, you're a good girl. That's right, you wag that tail. PMC ammunition 5.56. And that's what I do not have loaded up in the magazines. There, batteries. Oh, I gotta take all this stuff out. Luckily, I'm leaving most of this stuff for my friend to make his life easier. So I'm not packing up everything. Any of you guys ever seen that TV show Mountain Monsters? West Virginia suns are out to explain the phenomenon. Now, I'm from Virginia, and I've been in Arizona for the past 9.5 years. I've been here in Oregon since May 11th. So needless to say, I am homesick, and I do want to go back home to Virginia, not Arizona. I do my best to just stay away from politics, but Tucson, Arizona is a shithole. And I do not want to go back. But anyways, to get back to the whole Mountain Monsters thing, I love that show. I know it's fake and it's staged and all of that stuff, but I do find it entertaining. I actually own all 8 seasons of it. There's stuff on there that I would never do. Like if you hear something and you draw your shotgun and the cameraman's standing right in front of you and the camera's looking down the barrel of a 12 gauge, me personally, I'd be like, get the fuck out the way! But and the first episode in the first season, when they capture, or they try to capture the werewolf, they do some cartoon level shit where they take this big ass cage and hang it up in a tree, and they have this little itty bitty trap that this thing would have to step on to drop this cage down on top of it. Now, me personally, I love horror movies, and I love werewolf movies, because werewolf movies, for me, makes me feel more uncomfortable. It's just something about it that just scares the living crap out of me. But if I was in a position where I had to do an investigation on a werewolf, or even a werewolf-like creature for that matter, I'm going to be like Earl Bassett in Tremors 2. You couldn't pay me enough to capture one of those things alive. Couldn't be done. Now, if you wanted me to set up bait like that goat and put trail cams all over that area, like all over that mountainside, oh yeah, I'll do that. There's no way I'm going to even attempt to capture one. And then there was another episode, I don't remember what episode or the season, I want to say the Flabbergaster or whatever. It's like some pterodactyl-like bird that lives up in the Appalachian Mountains. They tried to do the same Scooby-Doo routine and put a great big-ass box up in the trees and just drop it down, but it ended up weighing so much that the vehicles were starting to overheat, at least the engines, to try to lift this thing up, and they ended up getting it up a little bit and putting up a damn stick and baiting it. Like, why the hell would you do that for a damn flying creature? It would make more sense to use nets. Like, even if you hang nets up in the tree, and then you had nets on the ground, prevent it to fly, get it on the ground, and then trap it with a net. That makes more sense to me. But some of the traps that those guys do, it's like they set themselves up for failure. Now, I'm not a professional trapper. I'm not a trapper at all. For me to do what those guys do, I wouldn't bother trapping them. I just would want to get video or photo proof of it. That's it. And that's where I draw the line, right there. But regardless, though, I love the show. I find it entertaining as hell. I'm the kind of guy, when I grew up, before my mother died, her and her sister, my aunt, Dorothy, they love those cheesy B-rated horror movies. Like, like Tremors, Waxwork, Evil Dead, but that became a classic within itself. So those are my style of movies and TV shows. I love them. I think it was the Devil Dogs. Oh yeah, we caught some of them devil dogs. And you can tell those things were bloodhounds. They give you a quick, like, 1 second view with the thermal, like, inside the cave. Those dogs are just standing there wagging their tails. They're just as happy as they can be. I love stuff like that. And I always thought it'd be neat to get out and do it. To some degree, I am out here doing it. I'd swear I just fucking heard voices. Oh. Okay. So yeah, it was a voice. One of the guys was hoofing it up past the camp, and I asked him if anything strange comes up here. He's got a camp about 1.5 miles up the road. So, yeah, all the locals around here know about it, and they call them camel people. Which, if you stay in their good graces, supposedly they'll protect you and leave you alone, so hopefully I'm in their good graces. Which, if I wasn't in their good graces, I'm pretty sure I would know by now. So, but yeah, guy's supposed to be driving up here, hopefully to give him a ride, so he doesn't have to walk all the way back, because the light's pretty low. He's probably got less than a half hour of daylight, probably not even that. But, yeah. So if someone drives through and stops, I'll run out and tell him his friend there wants to give him a ride home first, and then come back and talk to me. And then I'm told the guy's pokey, which probably means he may or may not even show up, which is fine. I'm not expecting anything, but if he knows about him, I would like to talk to him about it, and I'm sure he would like to talk to me, considering I got video of this thing, because apparently this guy's seen him. So there is definitely something up here, because it's not only me, it's not only Robert and the security guard before, but this guy's heard stories. He thought they were crazy. His girlfriend and her father, which lives probably about 4 or 5 miles down the road, give or take, yeah, they all know about him. They've seen him. They call them camel people, and I don't know why. So, yeah, more confirmation. The locals know about him. So I'm just gonna continue packing up my stuff. I'll probably watch a couple Godzilla movies, and come around midnight, 1 o'clock, I'm probably gonna be burned out and wanting to go to bed. Now, what did I do with my power cord for the laptop? I think I put that in the bag. I'm fairly certain I put it in the bag. Don't have enough room in here. But in my defense, I did bring up like 4 boxes. Also, he said if, because he has a 9mm pistol on him, if I hear shooting, to grab the AR and go out there and get them and bring them back here. But yeah, he was telling me he's got a camp about 1.5 miles up the road, and he goes out during the night. He got to take a piss, and he kind of gets this eerie feeling like he's being watched, and he kind of feels uncomfortable. So, yeah. So there's that. You know, if I say the name right, and I doubt it, giant parapithecus, I think is what the scientific name of these creatures are called. Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Yeti, abominable snowman, wood boogers. Never heard of that one, and I've never heard of camel people. So yep, that's more confirmation that there's something out here. Alright, I need confirmation. What in the world did I do with the cord from my laptop? I did put it in here, right? Ah, here it is. Yeah, okay. Whew. That was, but yeah, that's kind of what I meant, you know, staying in their good graces. I don't want to keep going out there looking for it and inadvertently doing something to piss it off and it wants retaliation. I just want to just kind of prove its existence, that I'm not crazy, but to get confirmation from other sources other than me, my friend, and the previous security guard, but now this guy who, oh, funny story. When I was doing the height test on the phone and that silver vehicle went by, that was his girlfriend. She saw me and she was like, "What the fuck?" And I just laughed and told him what I was doing there and everything. And yep, so that little bit came full circle. I can't even close this bag with all the crap I got in it. So the solar panels are going to stay up here. The generator, solar power generator is going to stay up here. The toilet's going to stay up here. So the cooler, yeah, I got to do the cooler. So yeah, I was contemplating if I wanted to record the conversation with the guy, but he called the other guy who may or may not show up. But if he does, I'm going to show him the video because he really seemed interested in seeing it. And I'm going to record the conversation. I'm not going to do a video. I'm just going to do a flat out record, and then hopefully I'll be able to put the audio for the rest of the video and just, you know, put up pictures or something. So there's that. Alright, so the cooler and these two things, the AR, and that should be it. He can keep, oh yeah. I definitely want to take my USB cables. Sorry, Robert, but you watch this video, you gotta have your own. Now just where can I put them? Oh. Camel people. Still. Oh God, my head. I should not have scratched. Oh, and I went back and I reviewed some of the past videos too. Because I put it all in CapCut in chronological order. Oh, yeah, sunburn. I feel it. I feel it. Well, I'm going to fire up the tablet. I'm going to watch some more Godzilla. I'm going to turn the flashlight off so I don't waste this battery bank. I mean, I could. It's my final night here. It's 7 in the morning. I'm out of here anyway, so what does it actually matter? But just in case, my tablet's at 37%. Alright, so I'm going to need my battery bank to recharge that during the night. But, dude, that guy should have been here by now. I don't think he's going to show, but if he does, I'll talk to him. I'll record the conversation. I'm sure he's going to want to see the video, and we'll see what happens there. But if not, then I guess this is potentially going to be the official end of this video. So it has been a very interesting 4 days. And it's actually been a very interesting month. I kind of feel like I bit off more than I can chew. Clearly, I can't remain as a nobody. Well, let me rephrase. I can't really hide in the crowd. I mean, dude, I checked the analytics and I'm about to crack 500 subscribers. In less than a month. Before all of this, I had like 21 or 22. And I'm not a professional. I just use common sense, and then I get a goal, and I try to follow through, and if it's dangerous, I usually try to restrain myself, but then again, it's just, it eats at me, and then I end up doing it anyways. So I'm just out here doing stuff. You know, live and learn. You only live life once, and then that's it. But I have questions. I've always had questions, and it kind of feels like I'm on the precipice of at least having some of them answered, and that's kind of the driving force behind this. But I don't know how frequently I can come up here. I really don't know what I could keep doing as far as content up here. I mean, I just want a good picture and a better video of it. I would love to see it with my own eyes. But I'm not exactly sure how far I should go with this. I mean, if I'm able to get my own trailer and, you know, I'm actually probably up somewhere near that guy's camp, you know, I'll be living and working up here. So it's kind of like a cryptid investigation, I guess, would end up being more of a vlog of something, just like, you know, kind of everyday life as a security guard for a logging company. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Just sitting here, looking through the YouTube comments, and I hear what sounds like gravel crunching as if someone's trying to roll a vehicle down the hill. It is foggy as hell. I can barely see 100 feet. Also, Raven is right next to me, snoring away. Sounds like a tree knock out there. Is that gunshots in the distance? Raven, for once, you're making more noise than me. Oh, and there goes the tail. Oh, I'm not hearing anything anymore. I can't see anything because of the fog. But I knew the these things are watching me, and if they get within a certain distance of this trailer, I'm gonna see them. Honestly, Raven has the right idea, sleeping. So I think I'm gonna take a page out of her book and do the same. Good night. What did I say? Foggy.